Good morning and welcome to Cat's Cottage. Good to see everybody, except for the trolls. Don't want to see the trolls. And you know who you are. Got a nice cup of coffee? You can't help yourself, can you? You just got to you just got to insult somebody. You got to go through the internet, look, see who you can find, insult them. That's why you're a troll. No, you have the trolls under the bridge? Coffee's good. Oh, let's go in here just a second and we'll come back. And I'm going to show you what my husband gave me. He bought me, well, he bought me something for Easter, but he put it in a container that he had bought me before. So I'm going to sit right here because it is right here. Whoa, are y'all rocking? Hey, aquarium looks nice this morning. All right. Okay. I'm going to turn on the overhead light so I can show you this pretty glass container. I don't know if y'all remember me showing this to y'all. That my husband had picked up for me at the thrift store. But look what I got in it now. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's some of those jelly beans. Fit just right in there. And there's some orange slices in there. Did y'all see those? Ooh. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to go put it back because I'm going to be tempted. Okay. Let y'all look at the aquarium this morning. Y'all might want to put that on y'all's TV. Yeah. It's the kind that where the aquarium doesn't get dirty. You don't have to dig out dead fish. That's the kind of pets you have that last till electricity goes out or something. Then they all die. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, we all get off this water kick. Water. Worried about my water. Stop worrying about my water. You're not paying for it. Oh, oh, when I was young, I went through stupid stuff like that. I was so stupid. Gosh. Think about all the things I did. But I didn't insult other people. At least I don't think I did. And no, my kitchen doesn't stink. I would say that you're probably autistic. You got a little bit of autistic in you. It's where you're obsessed about something and you do the same thing in a pattern. The reason I know about that is my husband has a little autistic in him. Not a lot. But yeah, I can do certain things and I know what's going to happen afterward. It triggers him. So, um, yeah, that's what it is. You're obsessed with water. Well, you'll say, well, I'm not obsessed with water. I just don't like wasting the water on the earth. We have plenty of water on the earth. Y'all just have some crazy leaders that are restricting you to water. Oh, I understand the president now has signed an order to take away all those restrictions. So your little drop of water for your toilet, unless you have those fruit cakes interceded and try to stop you there in California. I don't know where else is they acting like California. I don't know. Now sometimes we have a drought here. We have a dry, or I just don't call it drought. I call it a dry summer. Sometimes we have a dry summer, and that's why I have those rain barrels outside. Um, and two, there's a certain chemical that comes through your garden hose, through the water that you buy. There's chemicals put in it, so I try to avoid those for my house plants, but or plants outside. But I drink it myself. But anyway, yeah, in the summertime, I don't usually turn on the hose. Lots of times I just get it from the barrels or I dip it out of the pool. I mean, if you look at my videos, you can see me dipping it up out of the pool. Um, oh, people, the ones that do waste a lot of water, if you could think about who wastes water. Um, if you have a swimming pool, you're wasting water. You know, you're keeping that little area of water pristine, clean, and pretty. And when it evaporates, you add more until you get to that filter line. So if anybody needs to be fussed at, it's the pool owners, not me. I switched over. I made my pool into a pond. Put some fish in there and they'll eat the mosquitoes. Oh, I don't know what else I can say about the water. Oh, I can say something else. Uh, when this area here, it was just a drive through, just a 2-lane road. And so they built a mall. That's the worst thing you can do. Anyway, they built a mall. It's not closed up, but it's close to it. Nobody goes there. But anyway, when they did that, well, these people decided to, different people that owned land, sell their land to somebody who was going to build these houses. Well, they built all these houses in just a big flush, all that way, going east. That's what they always say. And what that did to me, to us here in Bartlett, uh, which used to be a small, quiet bedroom town, and now it's not so. But anyway, they started building these houses and these little businesses, and they didn't increase the water storage. Um, we had a water tank, those tanks up in the air on stilts. Well, we had one, and I had no idea what is wrong with the water. What's wrong with the water? Anyway, I had a biker friend, and he worked he did that. That's what he did for a living. He worked for the county, and he knew about all that stuff. And he said, "Oh yeah, Bartlett. They are y'all built so many new homes and businesses just in a big flush. They haven't had they didn't take time to figure out in the beginning what was that going to do. Uh, well, there wasn't enough water for everybody, so the pressure got weaker and weaker as they kept building. The pressure got weaker and weaker for the established areas. They used to have good, water. So he said, "Oh, they got plans. They're going to build another tank. They're going to put in a new, bigger tank with that one." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I never thought of that." But I had such low water pressure, it would just come out the faucet. It was just most aggravating. Uh, but anyway, that was about 3 years ago, maybe. They finally got the tank in. It took them 2 years to put it in. And you couldn't water your lawn. You couldn't put a sprinkler out. It was just barely, it wasn't worth it. So finally they got that in, and I got my water pressure back. So what I didn't know about, I listened to watched this video of this fireman, this captain, and he said that you have these PVC pipes and things in your home, and if your house burns and it burns down, and you don't turn the water off at the street to this house, everything melts where the water can leak, and it'll leak from that burned out house, and then you have the next house that burns. All that they had in California, and it burns down, and it's got water leaking because it wasn't shut off. And you go on, and before long, there's no pressure anywhere. Even if you had water, there's no pressure. And I never thought about that, and I thought, wow, that's why they were having to bring trucks in with big tankers with the water in the truck. So but they didn't think about turning the water off. One, they wanted to use it. They didn't know the house was going to burn all the way down to the ground. But that was a mess, wasn't it? That was a mess. And God bless those people in California. They won't even let them on their property, and y'all please get those people out of office. Whatever you have to do, get them out of there. And don't put another fruitcake in there again. Don't put any more weirdos in there. Check them out, see what they believe, see if you can solicit somebody from another state. Get somebody from another state that has common sense. They're like, oh, we need people that have been born here to be mayor or governor. We need people that's been born here. I'm not sure you need anybody that's been raised there. No, I think they're just Fruit Loops. I'm sorry. I love California now. I've been there several times, and it is a most beautiful state I ever saw. And I hate that all that burned all the way up to the beach, all the way up to the water. And you're watching that, and you're thinking, well, can't y'all pump that water from the ocean? Oh no, that'll ruin the hoses, and that'll ruin that's bad. All that salt. No, it's not. No, it's not. I was raised on the coast. You can flush that off, whatever you need to flush it off. That's just crazy. And then the fires, let's see. They went to North Carolina. Burned pretty good there. And the last I've heard, I think it's burning still up there in New York. Somebody's setting those things, you know. Um, get back at America. They came over here. We didn't keep feeding them, giving them all that money and everything, and all the freebies that the prior president had promised. So, well, let's burn this country down. Let's burn it down. And then when they'd catch them, they'd let them go. So don't elect those people in your area. Find another state to get somebody to run in your state. Oh, y'all are far away. It seems like I'm having to holler or something. I'll pull y'all up a little bit so y'all can hear me fuzz better. Oh gosh. Got one of my, I say new because it's new to me. Got one of my newer blouses on. Like it. It's real comfortable. I don't think it was probably even worn. Probably bought and stuck in the closet, and never wore it. I've done that. So But anyway, um, y'all do understand why I'm making kitchen sounds, right? I hope y'all understand. Uh, I'm not afraid to talk. I'm not afraid to say anything in the kitchen. I'm doing it for other people, people that want to hear the kitchen, the people that don't get to hear the kitchen, and they want to hear those things. It makes them feel good. Brings good memories. Growing up, uh, before they got confined to whatever they're in, a wheelchair or cripple, or maybe they're not in their home. So come on, knock it off and leave me alone. In there trying to make kitchen sounds, and what are y'all doing? Wisecracking. Oh me. And I'm not making a recipe of any kind of meal. I'm just in there making noise, okay? Oh boy. Well, let me light my candle here and look at that. It's this is the last day. This is the last day. This is it. Now, I'll tell you what, this wick might not light too. It may be on its last leg. Whoops, it got a little hot. I do have one of those starters, light starters. I have them outside in my fire pit. But I use matches in the house. I like the sound of the strike of a match. I like the smell. It's because of old. That's what we used years ago. Like it. Like that. Okay, it's staying lit. Let me bring y'all down, let you see it. There it is. Whoop. Yeah. Got my owl cup today. Yeah, that was real sweet. My husband getting me those jelly beans. I don't need them, but it's sweet. You know, it is a holiday or a is it a holiday, Easter? That's a holiday. It's considered a holiday, but um, when I was growing up, Easter was special to my mother, and I know that now. I didn't think about it back then, but I know that now because she got the Easter baskets down out of the attic that she kept all clean and nice up in the attic, and she'd bring them down, and we would all pick a basket. The girls, the guys go away. You know, that's this girl thing. Uh, and we got to pick the certain chicks and things like that. And she'd even go as far as we get either Easter shoes, or we'd have an Easter hat, or we'd have an Easter dress. Of course, the dress was she made it homemade, and it would be for school, really, or something like that, you know. And it was an Easter gift, and it must have been something she really celebrated herself when she was a child. Uh, which then was her mother too. Um, she and I kind of passed it on a little bit to my girls. when they were little. I got them dresses, or I got them shoes, or made them Easter basket. That was, number one. And it was just kind of really special. Um, we have to have things like that, things that we celebrate, you know, Christ. We try to have Jesus and Christ and the Lord, and try to have it in everything, we celebrate. If you look at everything that we celebrate, we sort of do. And not sort of, but we do. And Easter is one of them. And you go to church, of course. And then the ones that go to church every Sunday make fun of the ones that only come on holidays. You know that's not important to do. Um, but anyway, I'm thrilled over that glass. I think he gave me that pink glass um, just before Valentine's. He found it in the thrift store. Said, "You're going to want this." But he keeps it by his bed when it's empty. It's right there by his bed. It's kind of like his. He bought me a blue glass vase sometime back. Got it from the thrift store, and it was blue and painted. And he said, "Look, you're going to love this." And oh yeah, okay. I didn't particularly love it, but I was like, oh yeah, okay. You kind of have to make him. You can't say no to everything. Anyway, that ended up by his bed. He has this shelf unit by his bed, his side of the bed. And I left it for a while there, and then I brought it in here. Decided to put a little bit of blue into my diamond box. I call it a diamond box, but it's just cut glass pieces in this box, this curio cabinet that's lit up. So I call it a diamond box. Anyway, I moved the blue vase in there, and I thought, I wonder if he's going to notice it or say anything. Sure enough, right away, it was like, "Oh, I see you moved the vase in here." He said, "Oh, it looks good." He likes those things, but he won't admit it because he's a man. He won't say, I really like that glass stuff. He just won't say it. And but kind of strange, isn't it? And if I think about it, all those glass pieces, the ones that I didn't have from years back, all those different glass pieces, he's picked them up. I never picked any of them up. I don't believe any of them I have picked up. He even picked up those little salt pepper shakers that have the red strawberries painted on it. He has picked up everything in there, I do believe. And not realizing it. He likes glass. Uh, but anyway, my coffee this morning is almost too strong for me. I like it strong, but ooh, I think what it is starting to get cold. It's starting to get cold. Let me go get some fresh. Come on, y'all, come on with me. I don't want you just staring at a spot. I'm like, okay, she's wandered off. And two, I might forget you. So I'm gonna now I'm pouring this back in there. Y'all don't get excited. I'm the one drinking it. Okay, not you. You're not drinking it. You're not here. If you were here, I wouldn't pour my coffee back in there. Y'all don't get excited. You know, you gotta explain everything. tell everybody everything. They act like they're, you know, going to drink that stuff too. You're not. You're not drinking it. I'm drinking it. And I'm standing here talking to myself. Okay. I got to think about what I'm going to do here. You know, I'm not sure what I'm going to do later. I hate to say anything because I won't do it. Oh yeah, this is better really hot. Strong coffee is better really hot. It's not very good cold. Somebody's calling me. Can y'all hear my cuckoo clock? Somebody's calling me. Okay. Well, I'm not sure. I might have answered. I think a lady from Japan asked me where I was living, and I live in Bartlett, Tennessee. It's right close to Memphis. The Memphis line is right there. Um, you think anything else? I try to stay out of Memphis. Although Memphis is just sort of coming, it's coming at me, coming. Uh, it's try not to go places that I could get in trouble. Um, I'm talking about for myself safety. Um, Dumpy little female with gray hair. I'm easy target. So I don't go out at night. I try not to go to those things, invitation to people's parties and things like that. I don't go out at night. I don't care about any of that anyway. I don't care about any of that social stuff anymore. Now, I like to get out once in a while and maybe do a little shopping, do a little looking. I like to go to the garden centers and look around. Um, I like to go to the craft stores, hardware stores. Oh, love hardware stores. Um, that Ace hardware store that's close to here has wood floor. I like that. Really old store. Of course, the minute you go in the store, it's they want to help you right away, and they kind of, in other words, I don't want to go in there unless I'm after something because they hit me right away in the door and want to know, can we help you? Can we show you where it is? That's what you want if you're looking for something. But if you're in there just looking around, you know, it's not Walmart. You can't walk in there or anywhere else. You can't just walk in there and look around. I like Tractor Supply store. Uh, I used to go when I lived out in the country, and I like to go in the feed stores. Tractor Supply is a little bit like an old feed store, but it's getting more modern. Um, but I like to go in there. They're fixing to get their chickens in, their little baby chicks and ducks. They're fixing to get those in because they were setting it up the other day. That's what my husband said. He went over there and got fish food. Um, but anyway, I don't like to go those places. I like to go in the thrift store. I have a Goodwill just right down here, but I don't go there. It looks, it don't look good. It's got thugs hanging around it. It's got thugs all in the store and all hanging out in the parking lot. No, I can't deal with that. Although when I was younger, you better not approach me. I wasn't easy to handle. I knew how to defend myself, but now, no. Ah, yeah. And this time change, I got all these clocks around here. And I said that when it changes again, I'm setting all these clocks on that time. And if it changes again, I'm not going back. I don't care. I am not worried about it. Not worried about it. I am not going to change all these clocks again. So I don't want them to keep going back and forth with the time. It really disturbs me. The last one we just came out of, that bothered me. But now I feel more comfortable. The hour, forward. I feel more comfortable in that time. The rhythm in my head likes that better. So, well, I just want to say welcome to everybody. There's so many new people, and just hang around. Maybe I'll do something you like. If you don't like what I do, if you think my dishes are dirty, just watch another video. You'll see me wash them that way again. Oh, but thank y'all for coming. I don't always get to now. I'm not a genius here. I can't read all those languages. I have to, I just give you a heart. I don't know, you may be cussing me out. And then later, when I come back, it'll put a translate mark up there where I can read it. And they've all been really sweet so far, just super nice. And I'll tell you, I like the Japanese people. And well, all of them. Lady from Greece, uh, the lady that tells me her little daughter just loves me. Um, that's so sweet. Um, all of y'all, you're so nice, you know. And I know a lot of it is curiosity for American people. Older American woman, how does she live in Tennessee or the South? Or I like listening to her slang because I don't understand it and I'm trying to understand it. I did that. Heck, I'm listening to the English and I can't. I'm like, what in the world is she saying? And I'm like, I can't keep up with every word or understand what she says. And she's English. I'm thinking, I'll just watch the next video. Maybe I'll catch on to the next language, the one she's next time. Um, but it puts translate on there eventually, but not sometimes not right away. So I'll give you a heart because I want to welcome everybody. I like everybody. Um, and some of you old hags, you just can't help yourself. You just can't help yourself. Y'all forgetting about that judging stuff. It's just not right anyway. Even if it wasn't in the Bible, don't judge other people. Don't judge them. If you come to my house and you're like, oh, yeah, it's too crowded in here. I don't like this. Go home. Just go home, or just don't come. Hey, don't come. Uh, I like it, and my husband, he likes it. I said that hesitantly. Sometimes he walks contorted, and I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, I just don't want to run into anything." I told him, I said, "Well, when you get to heaven, they got wide open spaces. They got all these clouds and this air, and you got a lot of room. You won't have to deal with me anymore." And somebody says, "Well, what do you have to move? What are you going to do if you have to move?" What am I going to do if a bomb falls on me? Oh gosh. I think some people don't think about what they say. Think about what you say before you say it. And what's that saying? Don't say anything, can't say nothing nice. Uh, but like, oh, that place is a mess, but I couldn't live like that. But I like them plates on their counter. Then you could write, "Boy, I really like those plates." Uh, oh well, it is what it is. You, my husband got the biggest kick out of that one. I told him that. I said, I had another person write me about my dishes. Again, they said I don't wash them good enough and I don't rinse them good enough. And my kitchen probably stinks. He got the biggest laugh, and he don't hardly ever laugh, so he got the biggest laugh out of that. Like I said, just look in there and you think, I'm not sure she's washing those dishes right. I'm not sure. That's bad. That's bad. Like I said, just look. Oh, I like those little things on the wall. Where'd you get those? I really like those. And don't ask for nothing else. Don't say nothing else. Oh, oh boy. Uh, People are something, aren't they? And oh, I laugh so much when Trump gives too many interviews. He's too nice, and that's how they trap him up and try to insult him and write stupid stuff. He's too nice to those people, and he talks to them directly like a father or a grandfather. He really does. He'll say, "That is a stupid question." They're like, "Huh? What are you doing? Telling me I'm stupid?" Where do they get these people? Are they just people off the street? Like, I think I'm gonna be a reporter. Oh, I don't know. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Get me a mic, and I'm gonna kind of like me. I think I'm gonna make a video. Get me a mic and talk about crap. Oh gosh. Oh, there's too many of us. There really is. Maybe China had a breakdown and they couldn't take us anymore, so they put this poison together to exterminate us. We got to get rid of some of those wackos over there. Oh, oh boy. We are brainwashed. We're brainwashed. We have let Hollywood and the media brainwash us to stupid stuff. You know, has Russia done anything to you? Has China done anything to you? But yeah, boy, them European countries have done something to us. They've been taking our money and using us like slaves. And how about Africa, South Africa, where they're killing the white people and they're taking their farms away from them? And people, get the hell out of there. White people, get the heck out of Africa. Are you a dummy? Are you a dummy? You just waiting for them to kill you? You know, you think, oh, well, they like me. No, they don't. They like you for your money and what they can use from you. When you're used up, they're going to kill you. Hey, didn't you watch all those movies growing up? All those headhunters?